बीजपूरगदेक्षकर्मकुरजाग्राब्जपाशोत्फल व्रयग्रस्वपिशानरत्नकलशैः प्रोद्यत्कराम्भोरुवः ध्येयो वल्लभया सपद्मकरया आश्लिष्टोज्ज्वलद्भूषया विश्वोत्पत्तिविपत्तिसंस्थितिकरो विघ्नेश इष्टार्थदः श्रीनाथादिगुरुत्रयं गणपतिं पीठत्रयं भैरवं सिद्धौघं वटुकत्रयं पदयुगं धूतीक्रमं मण्डलम् वीरान्ध्यष्टचतुष्कषष्टिनवकं वीरावळी पञ्चकम् श्रीमन्मालिनिमन्त्रराजसहितं वन्दे गुरोर्मण्डलम् माधर्मे मधुकैटभग्निमहिषः प्राणापहारोद्यमे हेलनिर्मितधूम्रलोचनवधे हे चण्डमुण्डार्दिनी निःशेषीकृतरक्तबीजदनुजे नित्ये निशुम्भापहे शुम्भध्वंसनि संहर सुदुरितन् दुर्गे नमस्तेऽम्बिके सर्वं श्री चण्डी महालक्ष्मी श्रीपादुकां पूजयामि तर्पयामि सद्गुरुं श्रीपादुकां पूजयामि तर्पयामि नमः। Welcome all of you for this third session, the final session on the introduction to the Daśa Vidya Tattva. Let me begin with a theoretical understanding, because yesterday, as I told you, that we will be understanding about how consciousness is evolving, and or how what are the ways in which the refinement in the consciousness comes in through the worship of these DasaMahavidya tattvas. Let us look into what the scriptures are actually talking about this particular aspect. There are in Tantra, the following are the ways in which we approach what is called as the Guru, Sadhu, and the Shastra. And these are primarily, there are different margas or ways, and they are called as acharas actually. There are acharas. What are the acharas that is there? Vedacharam, Vedacharam, Vaishnavacharam, 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 Shaivacharam, Shaivacharam, Dakshinacharam, Dakshinacharam, Vamacharam, Siddhantacharam, 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 and Kolacharam. So there are 7 ways primarily the Shastras are talking about in which we can approach Tantra. Now the question, if it is going to come, what is Tantra? Correct? What is Tantra, first of all? How it is different from Veda, or it is the same? Maybe I should explain this, but I'm not getting into there now. We'll get into there later, maybe. The Shakti Sangama Tantra, one of the primary texts that we refer to study the Daśa Mahāvidyās, it clearly says that Shakti Sangama Tantra is one of the primary, but even the other major literatures, the tantric literatures, they mention that out of these 7 acharas or these 7 pathways, the Kolacharam is the highest among the all. The Kolacharam is among the highest among the all. Kolacharam comes from the word kula. Kulam means two ways we can understand here, students. Please understand. Please take it. Kulam means the family of worshippers. One. I mean, your father worshipped, you are worshipping, your son is worshipping. So it is coming in the family. And the other is the guru along with the Vidyarthis. The guru and the Sishyas together, learning, practicing, and performing together. Togetherness is something that is important in Kolachara. That togetherness, or coming from one to the other, from the guru to the Sishya, from the father to the son. Now you might ask me, well, in the other acharas also, of course, there must be a guru. Through them only they have learned. True. But here, both are present actually. The guru and Sishya is equally present there. You understand? In the other acharas, the guru has taught and the Sishyas are doing separately, the guru is doing separately. Like father is doing separately, the son is doing separately. You understand what I'm trying to say? Here, it is the togetherness. I'm talking about togetherness. It is physically doing it together. Like you have seen, like how how we did the Chandi Homam, like we did it together. That is at the primary level. At the next level, that you imbibe the Guru Tattva within you, that the Guru who has taught you, you have imbibed the Guru within you. Not just through the teachings alone, but you have embodied the consciousness of your Guru. You have embodied the Tattva Lakshanas of your Guru. You have embodied the philosophy of your Guru. You have embodied the vision and mission of your Guru. You have embodied the Shakti of your Guru. And then you do it. That when the truth, the secret is maybe like this is some of the profound truths I'm giving you in an introduction class. The one who can invoke the Guru's consciousness can invoke the Devi's consciousness actually. The one who can physically invoke, I physically there, I can invoke the presence of my Guru. Then I can definitely invoke the presence of Devi actually. Or I don't have to invoke the presence of Devi. Devi is already there actually. A very important phenomenon in Kolacharam actually. The moment Guru is there, physically or, by the presence and everything, that space within the sadhaka and outside, that is the environment, will be filled with the energies or the presence of the Shiva Shakti Tattva. And in such a place, the Kolachara, you all know that there are Panchamakaras are used in the Kolachara. Both, you substitute the Panchamakaras, it is, whether you use it as it is or you substitute it, that is a different dimension that needs a lot of maturity to go there. But you use the Panchamakaras in the substitute format, even if that is the case. Then what is happening? Then the energies of Shiva and Shakti is intertwined in such a space. Such a space means within the sadhaka and the environment in which the sadhaka has created that space actually. Please understand, this is something very important. I'm trying to make you all understand. It's a very complex understanding. I'm trying to make you all understand something very profound. And the one who has the power of this invocation, who has invoked that within him or her, and who has created that environment, whosoever is there in that environment, based on their Shraddha, Bhakti, and Karma, they will be able to take this presence actually. Like in simple sense, I'm going to the temple. Two of us are going to temple. Bharat and me are going to temple, for example. Whatever Bharat is praying, everything is happening. Whatever I am praying, maybe 20% is only happening. Why? Two of us are going to temple, right? Why only when he is praying it is happening? Why when I am praying it is not happening? Because of the energies. Because of the tattvam that we are carrying. You might not know it, but you are carrying it, and that is working in that particular kshetram actually. Your energies are evolving in that particular kshetram, and it is reverberating, and it is working out actually. It's need not necessary that it is the divine intervention that is happening there. It is the energies in itself is enough to do the chota mota things that we are asking. You understand? Please make a note of everything because I'm connecting so many dots here. The divine doesn't have to come down for you for to give you a car or a bike or a house loan or or the problems that you are having. That is the energy that is there. That space and the energy is what it works out actually. So such a person here, coming back to what I'm saying, such a sadhaka who can create that kind of a space, external space, and others can get benefited from that space. Such a space is called as Siddhikaram, Siddhi. Why that we feel ना यहाँ पे this particular space has a lot of वहां जाने से मेरा पूरा मन्नत पूरा हो जाएगा. If I go to that temple, things get resolved to me. This particular temple or this particular Babaji, this particular samadhi of this guru, anything actually. That is the energy, or that is the space where you know any of these dimensions, when these two energies, the prakasha and the vimarsha, the purusha and the prakriti, in other words, Shiva and Shakti's energies are balanced in any of the environment. In such an environment, when we are there, we get it based on, as I told you, based on our karma, bhakti, and shraddha, things get fulfilled for us. Now, why am I telling this actually? The reason why I'm saying is that all these acharas, all the seven acharas are giving this space for the creation of these energies through mantra, yantra, and the result is tantra. With the mantra and yantra, we invoke, and the result is tantra. Tantra is what? Tantra is the tatra iti tantraha. That is what the Shastram is saying. Tantram is nothing but a technology. Technology for what? Technology to modify certain things. Technology to know how certain things. And here, what is the primary modification that we are trying to do? Modify our karma, which is very, very, very difficult actually. Modifying karma is not an easy task. But why we have to modify this karma? We will take that a little later. Now let me get into the theory more so that you can understand why modifying karma and all these things. So let me extend the theory a little more for your understanding. How this sadhaka is invoking the energy. Because the sadhaka or the guru or that, that particular priest, or whosoever it is, XYZ, they are doing this kriya, and that kriya is invoking that energy, and we are getting benefited from that energy. What is that energy actually? There are 7 chakras, which you all know. These 7 chakras are 7 spots for the following devatas, whom I'm just going to tell you. And these devatas invoked through that mantra shakti, kriya shakti, jnana shakti, which that sadhaka is carrying actually. What are they? Let me tell you. Mooladhara chakra, Dhakini. Mooladhara chakra, Dhakini. Swadhisthana chakra, Rakini. Swadhisthana chakra, Rakini. Lakshmi in Manipuraka chakra. This Lakshmi is different actually. Lakshmi is in Manipuraka chakra. Kakini. Kakini is in Swadhisthana chakra. Sorry, Kakini is in Anahata chakra. Kakini is in Anahata chakra. Shakini. Shakini is in Vishuddhi chakra. Shakini is in Vishuddhi chakra. Hakini is in Agnya chakra. Hakini is in Agnya chakra. And Nirvana Shakti is in Sahasra chakra. Nirvana Shakti is in Sahasra chakra. Got it, all of you? So, in the process of doing the sadhana, in the process of doing the sadhana, the sadhaka is doing the sadhana. When there is an activation of any of these chakras within the system, immediately these devis are getting manifested. And when these devis are getting manifested, even if one devi will get manifested, then an altered dimension within this world gets opened actually. And through that altered dimension with what that sadhaka has opened the channel, will be able to see things, perceive things, or able to predict things which normal human beings cannot do. Okay? And such a person starts predicting, actually. Predicting. Such a person starts healing. Such a person, does things which normal beings cannot do. Now, what happens is that 2 things are there. Such a person who has invoked, if they don't have the right guidance, or if they are not, if their samskaras are not completely channelized, they get caught there, they get stuck there, and they are there. And there's a huge amount of people who are around them to do things and everything. But such a person who has the guidance, who has the kripa of Parambika and everything, they will be able to move through them. They might use them for the well-being of others, for sure. They might or they might not. but they will move further in what is called as attaining that nirvana shakti, which is there in the Sahasra Chakra. They don't want to stop anywhere in these other altered dimensions which the other 6 chakras are opening. Such a person who has been unfortunately got caught in any of the lower chakras, when their samskaram goes wrong, then they start doing the abhichara prayogams. The negative prayogams will come into existence. Now you understand why we are not denying the Shastram, or the Shastram is not denying the existence of all these black magic and all these practices actually. But these are unfortunately the residual elements within these achara systems actually. Because I told you that these are the primary devatas who are there in these chakras, and they are able to, when they are invoked, certain elemental dimensions will come into existence, and through their experience get evolved. These devis or devatas, that Hakini, Shakini, Rakini, and Kakini, and all of them, they have further devatas who are associated with them. They even have sub assistants actually. Bhuta, Preta, Pishasha, Kateri, like that, they have classifications actually. So they get associated with that person who is doing sadhana, because the one who has done sadhana has, they're able to attract name, fame, money, everything is coming to them through this process, and people see them as something great. So when they are doing more and more, they are able to attract these dimensions of energies, and these dimensions of energies are more related to the temporary dimensions of working on certain altered realities. In other words, the abhichara prayogams, the negative energies, if we have to put it in that way actually. And that's the reason we have the chaos within the system actually. Chaos within the system means, you see, is this true? Like, there is black magic is existing. Is it true that Tantra means Kala, Jadu, and everything? In a way, yes, but in a way, it is not, because what I'm trying to say is that all these aspects are not at all related to the 10 Mahāvidyās. It is nowhere near to the 10 Mahāvidyās, because the 10 Mahāvidyās, within their own personality, within their own characteristic features, whatever they are beyond these dimensions actually. Kali is definitely, Kali is, Kali is what is called as, Kali is that particular tattva, for example, where she is that fierce form of the goddess who is annihilating the time, but she's not destroying the time. You understand? There's a difference between annihilation and destruction, actually. When I destroy something, I cannot bring it back, actually. When she destroying means it cannot come back. But she's not destroying, she's annihilating, actually. Annihilating means something that can be brought back again, actually, in a different form, You are able to follow what I'm trying to say. There is a difference between annihilation and destruction, actually. So all of you, those who are progressing to become the students of Mahavidya, you have to understand this, that Devi, all these Daśa Mahāvidyās or any of the other devatas, they are nowhere related to what is called as these black magics, actually. Sandhyama, you wrote an email to me last year on this, if you remember. I'm answering you now. So these magical powers are true. We are not denying. These magical powers having negative energies are true. We are not denying. These magical powers, negative powers, have a destructive, effect on individuals, families, societies. Yes, it is true. But equally, the text is saying the one who is the worshipper of Parambika, the one who is a worshipper of Durga or Parashakti, Stri Devata Krita Anugraha iti Abhichara Prayogaha Nirmulaha. That is what the text is saying. Stri Devatayodia. Sorry, I'm getting in Tamil. When there is an anugraham of Stri Devata, that is the Devi, goddess, then these abhichara prayogams will not do anything to anybody. Stri Devata Kripa is very important. Stri Devata. So you are all worshipping Devi, correct? Or trying to worship her. So the text is very clearly saying, if you just for worshipping, just imagine the phalam that can be there for somebody who wants to do sadhana or who wants to go to the altered dimensions, actually. Are you able to understand why negative energies, from where these negative energies are coming from, how it is related? Because when we talk about these negative energies, you all know that they will say one, you have seen in movies, they will show one great Kali, standing there and people throwing blood and everything, and Kali is destroying somebody's life, somebody's doing some black magic. Yes or no? Unfortunately, that is not true. They are all cinematic expressions, actually. So when we are also doing sadhana, the Shakti Sangama Tantra is very clearly saying that you have to be with your guru. You have to be a guidance of the teacher. You cannot, your mind will independently tell you many things. Your mind will, over the process, your mind will start independently guiding you to do things. You should not get caught with those independence. That will destroy your sadhana. Guru is the one who can be the mediator. The Guru will tell, it seems, that you have now reached that stage and you can move forward. When I'm saying this with all humility, I must say this. When I was under the guidance of Ravi Sharma Guruji for many, many years, my Gurunatha, at a particular stage, Guruji said this. In Tamil, he said, ஒரு ஆலமரத்து கீழே இன்னொரு ஆலமரம் இருக்க முடியாது, நீ இங்கிருந்து கிளம்பி போகணும். Under one banyan tree, another banyan tree cannot grow. Now you have to move forward in your life. I was just maybe 21 or 22 at that point of time. I didn't even realize what does it mean actually. But now I think about it every moment actually. So the text very clearly says, students, that the mind will start dictating things. We have to focus on the path that is given by the teacher. Because please understand, all that you think that Devi is telling you, Devi is not telling. Devi has better things to do. Okay? Devi has better things to do. Your friends Rakini, Dakini, Shakini, and all their associated friends are only who are coming and talking to you actually. So please be very careful in the path of sadhana. So let me come back to you. I spoke about the Sahasrara Chakra. Then what about Devi talking to me? Now the question should come from all of you, correct? Honunu? Then when will Devi talk to me? Then if Devi's friends are only the one who is talking to me, then when is that Devi is going to talk to me, or what is that idea that is coming out of, that is coming out there? The one who performs the sadhana based on the directives given by the Guru, which is a part of the established procedures. The Guru is teaching through the established. Now you don't have to go and check whether your Guru is teaching the established procedures or not, actually. You have accepted the Guru, you have accepted the teacher, and the teacher is teaching you. You are supposed to go in that path, actually. That's it. That is what the theory is. You are being taught by the Guru, you are following the path. You have karma, you have what is called as bhava, you have what is called as, karma, bhava. Karma means your all the actions and reactions that you have done, and which is coming out as further reactions. Based on these, whatever the reactions in relationship with the mood you do, that land up doing those actions again, which is creating further reactions. And this cycle that is going, within you, if you can pause that consciously, and you listen to your teacher, what the teacher is saying, then what happens? Slowly and steadily, the Naga Shakti, which is there in your spinal cord, which is called as the Kundalini, will start getting activated. Will slowly and steadily get activated through the meditative techniques, or through the Parayanam, through the Japam, through the Puja, and everything, what the Guru is guiding you very systematically, slowly and steadily. He's pushing you there. You keep doing that, without using what? Without using, in simple language, without using your brains. You are just focusing on what the path is laid, and you do that. What happens? This Shakti, that is the Kundalini Shakti, which is connecting through what is called as the Ida and the Pingala, that is the breathing, the inhale and the exhale. The inhaling and the exhaling process comes together at a point, and whatever the mantra japam that the Guru has given will actually activate, and that activation will lead to what is called as, in the Sahasrara, you have the Kamalam, the Sahasradala Padmam. The Sahasradala Padmam will open, and through that you will be able to have the darshan of Parambika. And such a person who is reaching those dimensions, what is the quality or what is the qualification that we can see in them? When this question is asked, the only answer is they are more more than this material world, they are more into that spiritual world, actually. I mean, if you keep a beam balance, their spiritual, the qualities of spirituality, the qualities of spiritual life, the qualities of being a spiritual individual is more in them as compared to all the materialistic qualities, actually. They are more towards the other world rather than this world, actually. Such a person will lead towards this dimension. Got it? They are very much in this part of this world. They are very much in this body, but they have the power to transform the being in this world. They have the power to transform their space into a spiritual space completely, spiritual diamond that is within and outside. Such a person is, for him or her, it means that the Kundalini Shakti has awakened and it is traveling. It has traveled and it has reached the Sahasrara. They had the Divya Darshan of Devi, and going in they are going in a different dimension. Their life is leading in a different dimension. Such a person is called as a Mahasukhaha. Mahasukhaha. They don't actually want anything in this world. All their attractions are towards Devi only. They are constantly revolving around Devi. Okay? They're constantly revolving around Devi. They have the siddhis. Their siddhis are not used for external prayogam, because external prayogams are much more less of power. Their prayogams are more within them. Their prayogams are more within them. And because it is more within them, the prayogams they are able to be in that space always. They are there within that dimension always. They keep recharging that dimension always. This is what the concept is all about when we want to understand how the consciousness is evolving in such a sadhaka. Okay? And for such an individual who has reached or reaching through those dimensions, then it is Devi who has done the complete akramam of that individual. Manasa, Vacha, Karmana, everything that is belonging to Devi. Therefore, that person is Shat Chakra Krama Vasini Rupaha. Shat Chakra Krama Vasani Rupaha. Shat Chakra means the seven chakras. In the seven chakras, that Mahatripura Sundari herself is there. Therefore, that person is none other than the Swarupam of Mahatripura Sundari herself. Such a person, he or she is that Swarupam of Maha, because they don't want anything to do with this world. This body is there. They are eating, they are sleeping, they are taking care of this body to the maximum extent that is required. All their chintana, all their manana, all their actions, all their reactions are everything directed towards only Devi, actually. They live that kind of a life, actually. Or things happen to them that they come to that kind of a dimension, actually. Now you will ask me, then should I go and sit in some ashram to do this? Tantra is clearly saying you should not do that, actually. Being in that space wherever you are, you should be able to do that, actually. If you have to land up in an ashram, you will eventually land up. You understand what I'm trying to say? You don't have to, it's not like you are angry at your husband or your somebody else and say that I'm leaving the house and going. You will simply say, you will not even leave actually. This moment I'm leaving the house. No, no, no. If such a person have to do what is called as Sarva Sangha Parityagam, things will automatically happen to that person in such a way. They don't have to take steps because everything is guided by Devi there actually. So such a person, imagine leading a material life, and if all their actions are related to the material world, then everything is a prasadam of Tripura Sundari. Whatever they are doing is a prasadam of Tripura Sundari. Got it? Suppose our Mahavidyalaya student is a big manager in one in company, one corporate company, always taking the nama of Jagannatha and doing all the work. Means just imagine all the employees who are working under that person is getting the prasadam of Tripura Sundari actually. Simple sense. Why to go there? You are cooking food and you are having the Tripura Sundari Tattva within you. So whatever you are cooking and feeding others in that family, everybody is actually consuming Tripura Sundari actually. Are you able to follow what I'm trying to say? But that bhavana, to be in that bhavana constantly is what we are trying actually. Are you able to follow what I'm trying to say? That is what this sadhana all about. It is not only in this class or only when you do that puja japam for some while you are into that consciousness actually. To extend that consciousness 24/7 is what the sadhana is trying to push actually. So this is what, is called as the stages of consciousness in which this entire sadhaka's life is, evolving actually, evolving from one dimension to the other. And this, how fast I need to do is what is called as a left-handed path or a right-handed path actually. Got it? Whether if I want to do this in a very safe manner, then the approach is the right-hand path. Okay. If I want to do very fast, then it is the left-handed path. The left-handed path is therefore is called as the Virya Bhava actually. Like as I told you, I am not worried about the consequences that is going to happen, how I'm going to be teared completely, let anything happen to me, that is okay. But I want to attain this goal actually. Such a sadhaka who has this thought or the sankalpam is called to have a virya bhavam actually. You understand? Let even my pranam go away by this process. I'm okay with this, but I want to attain that state. Got it? No, no, it's all not possible. I have to go to tomorrow morning. I have to go to the office. I have like all prarabdhams are waiting for me. The right-handed path. That's it. Now you understand the system, how well they have designed and kept for us actually. It is open for everybody. It is open for all the seekers. It's only that now the question will come, am I selecting this? Two ways are happening here, students. One, you select by getting this knowledge that Devi, for example, now Devi is making you to listen to this actually, listening to this profound truth that is there. Now this is settling somewhere within you actually. Now this will lead you, maybe not in this janma, maybe in some other janma also, we never know, but it will work out actually. This is what is called as a bijam actually, and this bijam will definitely sprout actually. This bijam will definitely come out like a vriksham for sure actually. You are meant to listen to this. You are listening to this actually. And this will grow to the next dimension actually. No, I cannot take a decision. I cannot even think of taking a decision on this. No issues. The bijam is already put within you. It will sprout. It will come out actually. Got it? And since I am not able to take the decision, therefore I am doing Sharanagati to Devi actually. Whether knowingly or unknowingly, I'm caught in this world actually. Now you are the right person to bring me out of this in a very safe manner without hurting, quote unquote, without hurting myself or others who are around me actually. Got it? When the moment you say without hurting myself or others, then it is definitely the right-handed path. Let anything happen, but I have to reach you, then that is the left-handed path actually. So this is the introduction to the Daśa Mahāvidyās system. I hope it was enriching to all of you. The only thing, if I have to sum up this introduction, is we are all caught between, the Shastram itself is saying, we are caught between what is called as a concealment, students. There's a concealment between knowledge and ignorance. There is knowledge also in us. There is ignorance also in us. Are you able to follow what I'm trying to say? You all wanted moksham here, correct? At the same time, you all wanted a hefty bank balance also, correct? No, we cannot say no, actually. Honestly, we need. So, we are caught between both the knowledge and ignorance, actually. Vidya and avidya. And who is the answer for this? Who is the solution for this? Who is the medicine for this? Sakshat Paradevata is the medicine for this, actually. Sakshat Paradevata herself is the medicine for this. Nobody has the right to judge you. You yourself can't judge yourself. That is what the Shastram is saying. You cannot judge, why am I like this? Why I think like this. You understand? Sometimes we do self-nindana. That we should not do, it seems. The moment you are doing what is called as judging yourself, that moment you should start praying, actually. You should offer prayers. You should offer what is called as repentance. That is what the Shastram is talking. That is what the Tantra is saying, actually. The moment you feel helpless, the moment you do nindana, swa-nindana, forget about doing nindana to others. We do every moment, we keep doing nindana of others, actually. When it comes to us, ultimately, there is no other option. We come laddered up to, like, we do the nindana of us, self-pitying, or thinking that I am the worst character in this entire world, actually, who's thinking always like different things. Like, which everybody is so peaceful. Everybody is leading a so normal life. Trust me, nobody is leading a peaceful or a normal life. But we come there, and we think that, I am like this. Pray, repent, two things, and get back. Get back to your routine. Get back to doing your japam. Get back to doing your sadhana. Get back to the classes. That's the way we can move forward to come out of this concealment, because we don't need this knowledge. We don't need the ignorance. We only need Devi, actually. As I told you, this knowledge can also become a vasana, and it can pull us to keep us only here, actually. You understand? You want to be caught by any of these Dakini, Rakini, Shakinis and be here as a very famous person in this world, actually. That is another pain, actually. Trust me. Correct? At the same time, you don't want to be here with ignorance also. Correct? So I don't want both. Knowledge is helping me for sure. There is no doubt. But at the end of the day, I want to be liberated even from this knowledge, actually. I wanted to be liberated even from this knowledge. This knowledge is also, it's a bond, right? Actually, it's bonding me. I don't want even this. This is needed for me until I can reach the gate of Shri Puram. That's it. After that, I don't need. After that, I'm totally free. I have nothing, no papam, no punyam, no good, no bad, no dualities. Nothing is existing. I am as I am, who was supposed to be, and I'm getting back to my original world from where I have unfortunately I have come from. I will never ever do that mistake of coming back again from there. I am reaching there. That's it. That's it. So this is what we are trying to learn. And let us evolve in this learning together. This is the introduction to Daśa Mahāvidyās. Welcome to understand this further. Thank you so much. So tomorrow onwards, I'll be starting with each of the Mahāvidyās, talking about the iconography, talking about the features, special temples, the practices, and everything, which is going to add to further dimensions to your thought process. And today is a very important reflection I want you all to write about what is that you have understood about this black magic and the concept of Devi. Is Devi is actually destroying anything, actually? Is Devi can destroy anybody's life? If I'm going to pray to Daśa Mahāvidyās, I'm so angry on my manager and I'm going and complaining to Devi. Like Devi will do something to my manager, actually, Yeah. It's a very common question, actually, So is Devi is actually destroying something? If at all she is destroying, what is that she's destroying? What is this concept of black magic? I want you people to dwell on these thoughts, actually, and get more clarity. And when you're writing, I wanted you to not merely write. I want you to actually transform, whatever you have within yourself as ignorance, and say that with this writing, it is getting dissolved there, actually, tatastu. Like that, you write a reflection and send it and share it. I'll be answering your reflections, actually. Thank you so much. I hope you are all able to learn and it is helping. So tomorrow we will start with Kali as the first Daśa Mahāvidyās. We will try to understand Mahadevi Kali. Thank you so much. Let's finish the class with Mangalam. Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trayambhake Gauri Narayani Namostute Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhadrakali Kapalini Durga Kshama Kshiva Dhatri Swaha Svadha Namostute. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sarvam Shri Chandi Mahalakshmi Arpanamastu Tathastu. Thank you. Namaskaram. See you in the next class.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.
धन्यवाद.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, Guruji. Thanks a lot, Guruji.